Hi, it's Ramsey Dewey at the JX Fight Club. Today I'm addressing a question from our friend Ellis Beta Bruno, who asks something that actually a lot of people have asked me over the past few months. She's signed up for an MMA gym since watching this channel. Awesome, cool, that's great. I'm happy to hear that. I would say get out there and train, and you took it seriously, so good on you. All right, so she says they have many classes every single day. They have 3 types of membership where you can do striking, like K1 kickboxing, karate, boxing, grappling, both BJJ and wrestling, or you can do both. And she started with the striking classes because she's a total newbie and figures that she would be able to, that she wouldn't be able to learn both striking and grappling at the same time. She says, would you suggest people focus on one art and become decent at it before moving on to the others? She started with the striking, or would you say trying to do all to become more well-rounded? I don't want to become a master of none, she says. At the same time, she doesn't want to limit herself. Okay, that's a great question. I think that's a pretty typical format for a lot of MMA gyms. You know, even here, we've got all kinds of different classes. There are boxing classes, Muay Thai classes, Jiu-Jitsu classes, general MMA classes that I teach where we focus on the sport of mixed martial arts, game plans specifically for the sport of MMA and so on, wrestling classes. And a lot of people, they show up to the gym and they ask me that exact same question, like, well, where should I start? Which class should I take? And my answer is take all of them. If time permits, take all of them. Now, should you focus on one? Should you focus on getting really good at kickboxing and boxing and all that? Yes, and yes, but. Now here's the thing, in mixed martial arts, the sport is about the transitions between stages of combat, the transitions between standing and ground fighting, the transitions between striking and clinching, the transitions between clinching and takedowns and throws, the transitions between striking to hand fighting and hand fighting to clinching, and every level in between. So if we focus exclusively on one fighting style that is not MMA, and then we transition over to, say, the sport of mixed martial arts, we might be in for a rude awakening. That's why I say try everything. Don't be ignorant of anything. You know, taking a jiu-jitsu class concurrently with a kickboxing class, in my opinion, is not going to hold you back or make you a worse kickboxer or a worse jiu-jitsu player. In fact, I would say in many ways it's going to push you forward. So if time, opportunity, and finances permit, do them all. And do them all often. So here at this gym, we've got this deal where students, if they sign up for the MMA class or the Muay Thai class, they can take both at this heavily discounted rate. Why? Because we want them to take both. We want them to learn how to grapple and do MMA specific fighting very, very well, but we also want them to have a very strong striking skill set and clinching skill set. Why is that? Why? Because I've noticed that the people who train with my good friend Coach Achi, he is the Muay Thai coach, and he's amazing. You know, he's got national championships in Thailand and in China, and just great fighter, great coach. The guys who take his class and take my class, they just excel much faster. But a lot of people, you know, I understand time is a constraint. So if you can only do one, if you can only show up to 1 or 2 classes a week, what are you going to do? Well, do what you can. Do what you can. We should never, ever do less. And we can never do any more than that. Now we have to remember, a fight, any fight, even a striking match, will inevitably result in a clinch. Grappling is inevitable. It just is. I made this video years ago about the three-quarter Nelson, where somebody underhooks you and you counter with a whizzer, and then you get a reverse collar tie and connect your hands, your wrists right there in a double wrist lock, and pull your elbows in really tight. Then you can break their posture and control them. And I showed a few video clips of a K1 rules kickboxing fight where I was using this grappling technique to land knees to my opponent's head. And it's a technique I really love. Now, it's not a technique I learned in a kickboxing class. It's not a technique I learned in a boxing or a taekwondo or a karate class or any type of striking class. It's a grappling technique. And I'll use this in jiu-jitsu to set up throws and takedowns and trips and even arm bars and triangle chokes and stuff like that. But grappling transcends grappling. And in many ways, striking transcends striking. Why? Because the separation between striking and grappling is artificial. It's a man-made construct. And that is really why I say do them both. Do them both concurrently. So, I hope that helps to answer your question. Thanks for watching. Now get out there and keep training.